So if you have any comments, questions, suggestions for 5 speakers, please.
You told that empirical equation and all are data sensitive, intensive, data intensive.
Yes.
But and you preferred this GP, genetic programming.
Right. Once I get the equation from this, the actual data, then I can implement that equation for forecast.
So data is required, equations are required.
Yeah, the main purpose, like if the number of if the inputs are like, if I have only 2 inputs to calculate the evaporation, transpiration, then using other empirical equations you cannot
here
calculate
inputs are
them.
many.
Right, inputs are major one. Because like I got to, I went to meteorological department and all for the input. If you can't imagine for 1 year, for the one parameter and for the 1 year data, the cost of the input was very high. This is the situation. So we have to think, like if we are having the limited number of input, then we should calculate the evapotranspiration.
Mr. Sunesh, for spring set management, for impact assessment, what model do you use or follow?
We are just using this hydrograph analysis.
Hydrograph?
Yeah. Spring discharge data and rainfall data is required for that. Yes.
Hello, I'm Andrew from Micromed in Australia. My question is for Ms. Girija.
Hi.
Hi. For many years we've used the Penman equation in Australia, and doesn't matter if you use drip irrigation, sprinklers, you can still waste water. The key is irrigation scheduling. My question is, how are you going to apply this research? Are you going to create more accurate crop factors for different crops?
Right. Actually, I have just completed this study for the reference evapotranspiration. So, like, there is still future. Like, we can improve this genetic programming. In genetic programming, we are having the facility to use the units and other factors also. So, it is under the development condition. So, we'll still we'll try for that also.
Excellent. That's the best way to save water in India is this research. It's the best thing I've seen. Thank you.
Thanks.
I have one question to Mr. Mishra. So you are mentioning about using that recycling water for flushing and all.
Which is, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, we had that that methodology, what you have told, engineers are adopting in many of the apartments at Chennai, in Madras. Even in our own house at Medavakam, we have the same system we are following. But the thing is, after 6 months of using the same water, what happens is that recycled water itself, it's foul smelling we are getting. And moreover, all our closets are becoming very dark, brackish in color somewhat. So actually, in practicality, we have the own problem. Even though we are doing research in water, when we are reusing the water again and again, we have the problem. Do you have any solutions for this, sir?
See, 2 things which I will like to say. In 2006, when the environmental laws changed in the country, any new construction project invariably requires recycled water to be used for flushing. Now, the key in flushing is nitrates concentration will keep on increasing if the same water is under recirculation. So, any good engineer will have to put an anoxic tank. You have to remove the nitrates. So, if you put a conventional, whether it is aerobic or anaerobic system, if the nitrates are not being removed, the problem which you said will remain there. Second is the disinfection. Now, our environmental authorities are not allowing chlorine to be used as part of disinfection, okay? Because it will introduce TMH, then we have got another environmental problem. They're saying only UV or ozonation to be done. Now, that has become another issue. But primary issue which you are facing in discoloration is because of nitrates increasing. So, whosoever is after the equalization tank, please get an anoxic tank introduced, your problem will be solved.
And one more thing, you have mentioned your title about Indian metros. But
Yeah.
I feel that you have touched only Delhi and Noida. I have not come to Kolkata or Mumbai or Chennai anywhere.
No, I presented on offices. I presented a case from Maker Maxity also. As part of the residential, you see there are 41 metros in the country as per the census of 2011. Definition of metro is any city having a population of more than 1 million.
But even Cosmos, you have not touched cosmopolitan.
I'm coming to. So the research is being, we have selected mega cities only. So mega cities is population exceeding 40 lakhs. So here I presented very brief related information because the conference is in Delhi. People can easily relate to Delhi and NCR. In the office building, I did present Maker Mac City also. Now, as per the residential, we have got data from Bangalore, we have got data from Chennai, we have got data from Hyderabad. I do have data from Kolkata also, which we are compiling, as I said, for residential sector. I will be ready in next 3 months to present. But the basic, whatever we have collected is water consumption is not what we actually read in the books, unfortunately. So it is all bookish knowledge which we have, and that's what we are trying to correct. Maybe if I meet you after 6 months, I will have better things to discuss.
Thank you. Thank you.
Listening to your talk, but I have only one suggestion. That you see, evapotranspiration by the plants, they are very much governed by one enzyme which is called Rubisco. Okay. Now this Rubisco is a much more intelligent enzyme as compared to human being. Okay. Now, when the evaporation process takes place in a plant system, okay, it will again be determined by the type of radiation which the plant leaves are receiving.
Right.
So if the plant leaves receive the radiations in the short range, short wavelength, it will be different.
Right.
If
That
they,
is true.
Okay. Now, when we talk about the genetic algorithm, okay, now Rubisco also controls the genetic process within a plant system.
Okay.
It's a very intelligent enzyme actually. It can distinguish between the carbon dioxide molecule and water molecule which are used for photosynthetic processes.
Yeah.
Very clearly distinguish. And then it can participate in another process which is called PEP carboxylase process, PEP.
Okay.
Okay, so that process is essentially meant for plants which are of C4 type, not for C3 type. C3 type will plants will involve only the enzyme Rubisco's role, but C4 type of plants, they also play a very important role, not only Rubisco, but also the PEP carboxylase to the process. So this whole process of evapotranspiration in the genetic algorithm, if I say that a wheat plant has got a different kind of a genetic algorithm with respect to evaporation process, you will agree with me. Okay. A rice plant is having a different kind of a thing. Sorghum or any other type of plants, they are having a different kind of algorithm. Now, in a plant system, the genetic process is not governed by only one gene. Okay. It happens with any biological system. It is not one single gene. A combination of genes, when they get some appropriate surrounding, then only they give their best expression. So I think that in this algorithm, because you are doing these things and you have a plan to further enhance this process, it will be very useful if you try to ponder over some of these things. And it has got a lot of scope to improve your model for the evapotranspiration. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Is there any other question? I do not know how many, whether it's a good idea to say such a simple and stupid thing, but I found a solution. I mean, somewhere, not mine, but somewhere that if you have a big flush tank, now how to control it? You have 15. The moment you flush, 15-liter water comes out. So then, there was somebody who what he did was he brought plastic bottles, fill it with water, and then put it in the tank. So you're saving at least 2 liters of water without changing your water tank, which is to me it was brilliant idea. I mean, you don't need to change the water tank. Just put these water-filled bottle in the tank and then use it. Behavior change, yeah. So I thought, I mean, those who have big tanks, they should use it. Fantastic idea.
I would like to add to, sorry, half a second. See, this will work only for a squatting pen, Indian closet.
Right.
For a European closet, the trap has to be designed for a particular flow. So if the trap design is not conducive for 6 liters, you will have to flush it twice, unfortunately.
That's right.
So,
yeah.
So you don't try with a European closet. You can always try with the Indian closet.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's all with the discussion, and back to Sanjay Rana.